So I want to make this video real quick because I'm busy editing something, but I had two different phone calls today that made this video absolutely a necessity to make. There are a lot of scammers out here who are trying to make money in real estate, who are scamming people personally out of their profits and potentially overcharging people, and also potentially pretending to sell a property they have absolutely no ownership in. So that's what I want to talk about today and help you guys kind of stay away from the scams that are out there. So basically, I had two different phone calls today. One person in particular saw a sign that said there were these lots for sale for very, very cheap, and she asked me to look into it, and come to find out those properties are owned by the city, not by any individual. And the person with the signs, it's very rudimentary signs, has absolutely no ownership and is claiming to have these properties. So this is first scam is potential for someone to be offering something for sale that they don't actually own, and then pocketing the money. And if you don't have a real estate agent helping you, guiding you through the process, you could potentially be taken advantage of. And this goes for anything that you see, for sale by owner. If it's listed in Facebook Marketplace, there's a lot of real estate on Facebook Marketplace. How are you verifying the ownership before sending over money or deposit even? Okay. Just make sure that you have an agent in your corner who can properly ensure that your interests are protected through the process. Another type of scam is it's being taught, literally being taught to people to do this as a business endeavor. And, number one, don't do this, because once you get caught, just trust me, you don't want to get caught. I know some people have gotten away with it for a certain amount of time, but basically they call it, I think they call it wholesaling or something like that, or whatever it is. But basically what they do is they find somebody who has a property, right? And they tell them, I will find you a buyer. And then they go to somebody that they know has the cash or liquid assets to buy property, and tells them, hey, I have this property that is available. And they call it brokering a deal, where they get the buyer to agree to pay a certain amount. And then they tell the seller all they could get was this lesser amount, and they pocket the difference. Now, if anybody finds out that you did this, you could potentially get in trouble for it. But just for people who own property, be very, very wary of somebody saying, we buy houses, or hey, I have this person who's interested in buying the property, or I'll buy that property from you. If you're somebody who owns property, my best advice to you is, before you sell it, if you don't want to pay an agent the full commission for brokering the whole deal, at least just, pay the agent to get a property valuation, or pay an appraiser to give you a solid number. Because if somebody comes to you and they're offering you less than what your property is worth, you don't, that's, hey, if you accept that amount, then whatever. I mean, there's no harm, no foul if you go into it at least informed. If somebody says, look, I have $150,000 I'll give you for your property, and you're willing to accept it and just, be done with it, that's fine. You made your $150K. But what if that property was worth $200K? You see what I mean? What if it was worth $250K? You see? So you could have simply, paid an appraiser or got an agent on your side to give you a property valuation based on the current market trends, and you would have had your interest protected. So these scammers are out here because they know that there's money to be made in real estate. But here's the thing, you don't have to go the scamming route to make money in real estate. There's a multitude of ways that you can get involved in real estate that will work with, your particular interests and your particular assets. And if you want to talk about how to structure that, let me know. I am here to do exactly that. You're going to hear the music from the video I'm editing, because I have to play it through. Turn it down a little bit so it doesn't interrupt too much. But basically, anything that you're interested in doing as far as real estate investment is concerned, I can show you how to do it, how to make it happen. and how to make the right budget sacrifices to really put yourself into the right solid foundation to make real estate investment and profit easier for you and more substantially profitable for you. I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I was just really, really upset because I got 2 calls today where one person was pretending to own a property, and basically he's trying to broker a deal that he has no rights to even be involved in. He does not understand real estate. He doesn't understand the legalities of it. He's just somebody. And this isn't the first person that I've run into like this. There was somebody who tried to get me involved in doing deals like this. Like, hey, would you line up a buyer and help me broker these deals like that? No, I'm not going to do that, because the person who owns the property deserves the profit. Bottom line. And anybody, all of you out there who know me, you know how I function. I believe in doing the right thing, and the person who owns that property deserves to make that profit, not somebody who's just coming off the street talking about, hey, I'm gonna make this fast money, and they have no skin in the game. Like, why? That's just, no. You have no involvement in the actual risk taking of this. So no, you don't deserve to make the profit. So I abide by a strict code of standards because that's just my life philosophy. I just don't think that it's acceptable to do these types of things, and I don't want to see anybody be taken advantage of. If you own a property, you've invested into that property, you deserve to make the money off of that property. You deserve all the rewards from your investment, because that was something you put your money and time into, and nobody deserves to skim off a piece of what you've put money in on. So if you guys are interested in learning about how to, get started with as a real estate investor, or just owning your own home, as you know, I share information all the time about how owning your own property can be a benefit to you. If you own your own home and nothing else, you get that equity. It's a great backing for future financial investments and growth. When you have that equity, I can teach you how to use equity to leverage yourself financially speaking. If you own multiple properties, or if you own a multi-unit property and you live in part of it, the benefits of doing that. That's the method that I started with, was owning a multi-unit property and living in it as like a co-op situation where the people who live in the other units are all able to save money because they're not being overcharged for rent. They're being charged at a very reasonable price. And for me, it lowers my cost of living to be in a shared space like that. And I'm so happy to know a few other people who have done the same thing. And what that does is set you up, with a good solid savings account. Easy to, cut your budget down very low in that kind of a situation, and then build up from there into the future. Some people, they like buying a property, doing the renovation or the new construction, whatever it is, and then reselling it later. It's a beautiful way to make substantial profit. So like I said, there's a bunch of different ways that you can do this. You can also do co-op purchases for those of you who maybe don't want to, or don't want to use all of your funds, or maybe you don't have enough funds to buy something solo. We can talk about how to structure a deal where it's more of a co-op purchase among a group of people, especially when it comes to branching into the more commercially aligned investments. The down payments are larger, so sometimes it's helpful if there's like a group doing a co-op purchase together as a group. So as you can see, I just mentioned some of the ways that you can make money with real estate. And if you're interested in learning more about these and how specifically they work and which one would fit your situation the best, let me know, and I will be more than happy to talk about it with you. So I'm as you guys know, I am a real estate agent. I work mostly in the Orleans area and the surrounding areas around the lake, North and South Shore. But I am also available in the Lafayette area because during quarantine I've been traveling a lot back and forth. May also be willing to assist in the Baton Rouge area, but I haven't decided yet. So if you're interested in learning more about real estate, just let me know, and I'm more than happy, like I said, to help you guys. I'll put my number and email and website in the video so that you guys can see it. Talk to you soon.